Hey, what's going on, Facebook and YouTube land? My name is Tim, one of the founders of Want to Do is talk to you about how to market your business and make sales now during the quarantine. So I'm just going to check really quick, make sure that we are streaming and everything is running smoothly. Okay, looks like we are running. So before we get started, let me go ahead and post this in the chat. Now, if you didn't see our live stream this morning through the Westside Chamber of Commerce, we did touch on some of this, and I just want to continue and elaborate on this of what you can be doing. So with that being said, we do have 3 services right now that we have highly discounted to help you with your business, help you make sales right now. So I'm going to go ahead and post that in the chat. So you should see that come up in the comments there. If you click on that link, you can find out more about those services, kind of what we're doing, how we're going out and trying to help businesses just like you really start getting more income, having that kind of going. Just because we know that the biggest thing right now is trying to keep your business sustainable. And the best way to do that is to have cash flow coming in and have customers and sales. So, of course, one of the big things with that is everything is going to have to move online, at least for a little while. And one of the things we talked about was, is there any products or services that you currently have that can be fulfilled or done online, right? Of course, if you have a store, the easiest thing is to get a actual e-commerce shop, some kind of store set up where people can go and purchase your products. And one of the services that we have is we have been doing and building e-commerce websites for quite a while. So we do have some experience in that, in really helping you get a shop up and going as quickly as possible. That way you can start making sales as quickly as possible. And that's really one of the big things if you can do that. Now, if you're a service provider or somebody, like I said, is there a way you can take what you do and actually do? So, of course, everybody knows right now, actually, a lot of fitness places, yoga studios, gyms, personal trainers are actually making quite a bit of money right now with everything going on, because you have a lot of people that are quarantined. They have to stay at home. They can't go to the gym, but they still want to work out and they don't really know what to do. So a lot of them are using, platforms like Zoom, creating webinars, that kind of stuff, where people can register, pay for a class, maybe pay like this month, and offering workouts to everybody, where they get on a camera like this, do workouts together. Everybody gets their workout routine in, and it's working really, really well for some of them. Now, like I said, you kind of have to think of, is there something or some way you can offer to do that, right? Because I feel like if you do like painting classes, maybe you can try doing a combination of both, right? Maybe people can buy painting supplies, or people that already have painting supplies, maybe you do a class online that people can register for, right? Or if you play the guitar, maybe you teach guitar lessons, right? There's so many things out there that you can potentially do when it comes to moving online. And the big thing, everybody else, we're seeing so many things out there and so many businesses that are struggling. And the big thing is I really want you to have a mind shift and not really think of this so much as, man, everything's going wrong, I'm going to lose my business, I'm going to do that. Because the reality is, the thing that you focus on the most, that's what's going to become your reality. Because if you're focusing on it, of all of the negative things happening, they're just going to exponentially continue to get worse. And really what you need to be doing is thinking of creative ways to offer your products and services to people now in this virtual world. Now, like I said, with that being said, I know that there's so many things out there, so many different softwares and services and all kinds of stuff out there, but you really just want to try and figure that out. And then, of course, at any time, if you guys have questions or want to talk about something, just go ahead, put it in the chat. My computer is right here. I'll be able to see any of those chats coming in. But like what I was saying is you really want to think about it as what are the things that we can start setting up today? Like I said, maybe if you are a yoga studio, the question that I always ask is, well, how many people can you actually have in your studio at one time, right? Maybe you can only have 20 people. Well, now if you're getting stuff set up to do it virtually, Zoom allows you up to 100 participants in a meeting room. You can get 500. There are some platforms out there, even some stuff that we use for virtual events that allow up to 100,000 people to be on one video stream. And like I said, the crazy thing is think if you had even just 100 more in your studio sessions, think of how much more income you would have if you were operating just like you normally were. And that's one of the things that I think that a lot of people need to think of is right now is the best time to figure out how do we offer maybe our products and services online so that whenever we can open, we have that as an additional way for people to buy our products and services. Because right now you're going from only being able to serve 20 people at a time to over 100 people at a time. And like I said, even if people online paid a little bit less than people that were actually there in studio, the amount of income that you're making with your business has dramatically increased, and now you're way more profitable. And realistically, you haven't really done anything different other than maybe setting up a camera and hitting a button on the computer to start streaming out to those people and making sure you know who has access and that kind of stuff. And to me, it's really exciting to see how many businesses are going to have this exponential growth that take this stuff seriously right now and not have that mindset of like everything's crumbling around you. Now, I know for some people, you may have a service like house painting or landscaping or fence repair where it's like you can't, build a fence virtually over a video, right? Necessarily can't bring your products online. You still want to be going out and figuring out how do we attract as many customers and as many clients as possible right now during all of this, and how do we continue to do that so that whenever we can open, we have a list of people that are ready to buy our ideal customers and that kind of stuff. So I want to share with you a few ideas in that because, like I said, right now is the best time to, if you have money to spend on advertising is an all-time low. One is because a lot of people are pulling and getting rid of their advertising, which is not necessarily, I don't recommend, but you know your business a lot better than I do. And we just don't say that because we are in the industry of marketing and advertising. It's really marketing and advertising helps you consistently stay in front of your customers no matter what is going on. And that's really what you want to do because one is everybody is pretty much on social media right now. People are consuming social media like crazy. I mean, the amount of people that are on Facebook has dramatically gone up because that's how people are staying connected, with all the social distancing and everything. And there's just so many eyeballs on social media right now that so many people are not really taking advertising is so cheap right now is because there's just a huge influx of people on these platforms. And if you can capitalize on it, you should start trying to figure out how you can start putting out ads. Like I said, Facebook right now, it's as low as $5 a day, which is very, very affordable. You can reach quite a bit of people. And just like anything with a lot of social media platforms, it is still really a pay-to-play game, because if you just post stuff on your page, the organic reach isn't that great. And that's why you really do want to try and pay for advertising to get out there. Now, we are still paying for ads. We still run ads for some clients. Some clients, we've had drop off because we understand that money is really tight right now and not everybody has that. But if you need more money in your business, the fastest way to get it is with more customers. So that's really where advertising comes in. Now, with that being said, I want to kind of circle back to how do you continue to get customers, even if you're one of those services or products that you can't really deliver online, right? You can't ship it, right? Like I said, let's take the example of a fencing company, right? You can ship all of the fence parts, but you can't actually fulfill the service online, right? You can't set up a video and do the fence building. So how do you continue to get customers right now? So the key portion here is you want to look at how do we start generating as many leads as possible so that we can grow a lead database, so that as soon as we are ready and the governor, everybody says it's okay for us to go back to work, we can start going through all of these leads because they're so cheap right now. I mean, there are some customers and clients that are getting new leads and sales at like 25 cents a piece, which is crazy cheap. But one of the things that I would do, like let's say I owned a fencing company, I would look at doing some kind of a contest, right? And maybe do $100 Amazon gift card or something, right? Something that people are going to be able to use right now. So I'd say, okay, we're going to do a ugly fence contest. What we want you to do is go outside, take a picture of you by your fence, and send it in, and the ugliest fence is going to win a $100 Amazon gift card, right? Make it to the area that you serve, do all that kind of stuff, and then push it out, promote it at that $5 a day. And what are you doing? You are generating leads very, very cheaply of people that that need a new fence. See how we took something that you can't offer online, you can't fulfill, still consistently come in and get leads for that business. And how many people do you think are going to do that, right? There's nothing that says that somebody can't go outside, pull out their phone, take a selfie by their really not great fence and send it to you, right? And it's very, very simple, but that those are your buyers right now. I just want you to kind of try and stretch your imagination a little bit, really try to come up with these ideas and that kind of stuff. And like I said, I mean, really that is what we are in the business of, is how do we come up with these things? How do we, get you more customers? How do we get you more sales? That's our job. We've been doing that since 2016, right? So this is all that we do day in, day out, every single day. So like I said, if you can't afford to hire somebody or can't afford to do consulting or any of that stuff, you just got to sit down and kind of scratch your head a little bit about what are some ways we can start generating more sales, more leads, and that kind of stuff for your business. Because like I said, it is really the lifeblood of your company, right? Without sales, it becomes very, very difficult to continue having a business. Money is really crazy and money is really tight and that kind of stuff. This is, like I said, one of the big things to start considering, like how do we still get customers? How do we still get clients? How do we still do that in this time? Because if you can figure out how to do it now in the midst of everything, imagine how much more effective it's going to be once everything has calmed down. We don't have the quarantine. We don't have the lockdown. Imagine how much more effective you're going to be at that, because right now you've been putting in the time. You've been, doing everything that you can right now to make sure that you can continue to get customers and clients, right? So it's just one of those things that I hope that you kind of can understand. Now, like I said, I know that we kind of talked about a lot of crazy stuff. Like I said, I did put the link in the chat of some of the services that we have. We've really discounted them as much as possible to try and help you as much as possible. We are going to be opening up free 15-minute strategy sessions where you can jump on, you can ask us any kind of questions, and we're going to give you the best information, the best resources, the best everything that we can with your current situation to help you hopefully be able to keep sustaining your business, maybe make some more sales, get some more customers. That way you can really have it a little bit easier riding out this storm right now, because like I said, ultimately, we are all in this together. We've lost clients, just like a lot of people have lost customers, and that kind of stuff. And it happens, but you really just want to try and have as much of a positive outlook as possible, because like I said, I know it can be difficult. I know it can be hard having to shut everything down, knowing that you can't, get those customers. But really, to me, I know that there's always a way to go out and continue to make sales, continue to do that stuff. Now, how easy is it? It may not be that easy. How quickly can it be? It may not be that quick, right? But if you don't take the time, you don't spend the energy on it. And realistically, to me, I would much rather spend the energy on trying to figure out how to get more customers, figure out how to, than really focusing on a lot of the negative aspects that are happening. Because like I said, the more income you can make right now, the easier time you're going to have with your business. So like I said, I don't see any questions coming in, so I don't want to make this like super long. I just wanted to give you some really good ideas. Now, if you haven't checked out our last live stream that we did, so we did one this morning with the West Side Chamber of Commerce, where, like I said, we did touch on the same kind of topic. We talked about some things in there, talked about some more stuff here. And then we also did a live stream last Friday, and in that we recommended, we had some recommended softwares and tools that you can start using and implementing in your business right now to, one, help you get products up online, start getting them sold very quickly and efficiently. We shared, booking softwares. We shared remote working softwares, from project management to being able to do time tracking, to all the different things in that, and then as well as some different live video meeting places and that kind of stuff. And you can go and check that out. We have a list of services that we recommend. Now, of course, a lot of them you have to pay for, but a lot of them have really generous discounts, a lot of great things happening right now, and that's why we recommend them. And they're things that we use in our agency all the time. So, like I said, make sure to go check that out. Use the resource that we commented in this video. Like I said, if you have any questions, if you need any help, if you even just want like maybe a couple ideas of what you can be doing in your business right now to maybe get in front of customers, make sales, even if it's how do I, get a website set up to start selling online, any of those things, feel free to read. And then the same thing, we're going to be doing these live streams every Friday at 2 o'clock. So if you want to jump on, if you have questions, we'll try to answer them as best as possible, give you the best information, and really just help you weather this storm, and make it as easy as possible for you with your business. So that's pretty much everything that I have for today. Like I said, make sure to check out all the resources, and yeah, I will see you next Friday for another live stream.